Welcome to this Infosecurity Europe podcast.
So hi, morning, afternoon, wherever you are, or evening. Milos Pesic on this side, Global Head of Information and Cybersecurity for Marken Logistics Company within the healthcare. And yeah, we do take care about security aspects from every angle that we can. But with third-party providers, there are a lot of aspects that every company could take. Depending on the business, you need to first recognize what your business initiative is, what are your strategic goals, what are your objectives for all of this, and then according to that, you can base different types of security assessment, data protection assessment. So one simple suggestion from my perspective would be always abide by typical domestic laws, especially if you're a global company, have legal agreements, for both sides to make sure that they would abide on continuous improvement. Both parties in a way should check and inspect each other. Definitely you need to have in place NDAs or CDAs, different types of security risk assessment, which could be automated through third-party companies as well, like risk management companies, data protection impact assessment. Again, that could also be automated by third parties working directly with you that have assessments from both sides, and then basically they correlate what each company needs. Those kind of things, again, can help you close the gap, achieve the agreement much quicker, and maybe security architecture reviews. But the whole point of all of this is we would strongly advise everyone to try to have different types of standards like ISO 27. Those kind of things actually provides you a lot of insight of how your processes are. And when it comes to different types of accreditation, either national-wise or global-wise, certain parts are a need to have, certain parts are nice to have. From my perspective, I would say that national accreditation is a need to have. You need to provide assurance to your customers, clients, that you have qualified people. You have people that are educated on that side, and that you continuously work to improve even those. Doesn't matter what level of accreditation you have, we can always develop. And a little bit on a joke side, but two heads always know more than one. If you do NDAs, security risk assessments, DPIAs, security architecture reviews, and you have also companies that help you automate those kind of things, and you have the personnel for it, by just doing those kind of steps, it will actually provide you already the input if a company is compliant or not. It gives you the basic levels of that, and you can then make a decision, will you engage with third party or not? Having cyber insurance is a nice to have, but it's not a need to have, because if you don't have security controls in place and you just have cyber insurance, if God forbid something happens, data breach or any kind of a breach incident, cyber insurance will not cover you. It cannot cover you for, let's say, reputational damage. But we just recently touched upon a situation when one of the UK companies, a CEO that has invested 30 years in that company, openly admitted that she was not aware. She did not invest enough in security. And when ransomware hit, unfortunately, they paid. It's a negative situation, but they turned it into a positive situation to start investing into it. So cyber insurance is a nice to have, but we would strongly encourage everyone to go down the path of having root cause analysis and actually putting security measures in place with a healthy balance between business and security. So regarding the processes companies should have in place, that comes about making sure that you know where your information is going, where the flow of information is going. If you're a global company, to take that as an example, there are multiple different aspects where you can engage companies that actually provide you a map within the platform where your data is being moved. If you take an example, if you have a cloud provider for data storage, like some of the providers are Box, Dropbox, OneDrive from Microsoft, you can have typical classification and appendix to it. We will tell you, is the data now in America? Has it been moved to Australia or to Asia? Or, you can see those kind of data flows. But again, it comes down to suggestion, have standards in place, like we mentioned earlier upon ISO 27. Make sure, again, to educate users how to treat that data. Just typical small procedures that you can invest and make within the company. and have continuous training, improvement. Yes, we are talking about data flow, but if you communicate with your personnel and if you educate them and have continuous improvement in this, it will help you make sure that the data does not go somewhere else where it should not go. We have an information security conference on Wednesday, the 14th. We would strongly invite everyone to join us on that. There are going to be many, many great panelist discussions like this, even in more in depth. We would strongly advise everyone to come in. It's nice to come around, see how other companies do it, how other professionals actually touch upon different topics that are business as usual in our line of work. So welcome everyone, hoping to see you there.
Thank you for listening to this Infosecurity Europe podcast.